Hello and welcome to the Video Age. My name is Sean and I am your host on this podcast about things we are nostalgic for and things we are excited to be nostalgic for in the future. This is the third episode in the Love is an Adventure series, and we are covering The Princess Bride, directed by Rob Reiner, written by William Goldman, based upon a book William Goldman wrote and abridged. It's a strange story that he wrote. It was a story that he told his kids and eventually turned it into a book, and then that eventually got turned into a movie by director Rob Reiner, director of Stand By Me, When Harry Met Sally, This Is Spinal Tap, and a bunch of other movies. He was also in All in the Family. I believe he was the meathead, as some would call him. This movie has an all-star cast starring Cary Elwes, Mandy Patinkin, Chris Sarandon, Christopher Guest, Wallace Shawn, Andrei Rasimov, aka Andre the Giant, Fred Savage, Robin Wright, Peter Falk, and more, including Billy Crystal and Carol Kane. Now, before I get too far into the movie, I am going to say, hey, go to thevideoage.com. That is where you can find our Patreon, and you can join for $5 a month. You will get extra episodes and early access to the regular episodes. Thevideoage.com. There you will find extra episodes and early access to upcoming episodes. Wow, that is exciting. Thevideoage.com. Isn't that great? It is. That's what I am telling you. The words that is carry on. Cary Elwes. Whoa. Next week we're covering Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Prepare yourself. Go to your local library and rent it. Put a hold on it. You can get it. You can check it out for like a week. And you can extend it easily online through most things. We live in the future, baby. Come on. Or you can subscribe. Or you can come back to my video store in the 90s and rent it. Don't worry about it. All right. The Princess Bride. The Princess Bride is the telling of a story to a kid who is homesick from school. And his grandfather is there to tell him a story. And the story is one of adventure, love, and excitement in the kingdom of Florin, following Buttercup and her farm boy, Wesley. And will this story include kissing and love? Because if it does, Grandpa, I don't really want to hear it. But if it contains like action, adventure, and all those cool things, then maybe we can get past that love stuff. The Princess Bride. I saw this movie probably at a very young age. Not probably at a very young age. I know I saw this at a very young age. I was a young child. I don't think I was homesick from school, but I think I saw this around the exact same time I saw Big, because that also starts with a kid playing a video game. So these movies are just locked together in my brain. But this, yes, I saw at a young age, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. It's fun and adventure, and when he is complaining about the kissing at some points, when Fred Savage is complaining about that, that's a kid of the same age when I watched this, complaining about that. It's like, oh my god, can we just get to the action and the swinging and stuff? I don't want to watch handsome Carrie Ellis kiss beautiful Robin Wright. That would be painful and terrible to watch. I would hate that. I would hate watching them kiss. Obviously, my opinion has changed somewhat on some aspects of the movie, but this movie is freaking great. That is why I obviously picked it and decided to talk about it. So, I talked about the movie. I played a trailer. Now, I'm going to go into the movie after I said that I like it. Obviously, I recommend it. That's why I'm talking about it, and that's why I'm going to talk about it even further. So sit back, relax, grab a snack, because I have some facts, but mostly I just got these comfortable slacks, and I'm going to tell you all about the movie. So, gotta stop saying so often. So, we start with the MGM lion. It roars twice. Some people say the more roars the lion gets, the better the movie is. I don't think that's true at all, but I also have not studied it at all. I don't care. That's how the movie starts, coughing over a black screen. And then we have a baseball game where you see, is it the Cubbies? They're playing in the state-of-the-art baseball game that this boy is playing. The grandson, played by Fred Savage, is in a Chicago adorned room. He is wearing a Bears jersey, and he's got, I think he has William Refrigerator Perry, big old poster behind him. I think that's who is on the poster. I didn't pay close enough attention on this watch, and it's not locked in my brain. But the Chicago memorabilia is because both sides of my family are from Illinois, and my mom's side is from Chicago. And oh boy, I know a lot about them teams from the 80s and 90s. But also don't ask me any direct questions about it because I don't remember any of it. And he is sickly. He's not acting sick. He's actually sick, and he's just playing a game. And his mom comes in. How you doing, sweetie? I'm fine. I got the COVID. I got the COVID negative 12 because it's the 80s. I don't know, Ma. It's just tough. Well, Grandpa's here, and he's got a gift for you, Grandpa. Oh, he's gonna come in and he's gonna pinch my cheek. I hate it when he pinches my cheek. It's hilarious. It's incredibly old person coded to pinch cheeks. Why the hell do you do that? Are you just testing like how quickly it bounces back? Because with you pinch your cheek, and it just keeps going. Oh dear God, Grandpa's cheek is ever expanding like the universe. So, see, I did it. I said so again. I said I wasn't gonna say so, but then I said so. So buttons on your jacket. So Grandpa comes in. How you doing? It's frickin' Columbo. And if you don't know who Columbo is, well, I just got one more question for you. Who do you think you are, not knowing like you don't know who Columbo is? And he's got a present. Grandpa has a present. What is it, Grandpa? Well, here you go, buddy. I know you were sick under the weather. It's a book? Yeah, it's a book. It's a book that my father read to me, and I read to your dad, and now I'm gonna read to you. Okay, Grandpa. Does it have sports in it? Sports? Oh, buddy, it's got sports. It's got fencing. It's got degloving. It's got dancing, horse riding, love, romance, action, friggin' backflips, front flips, tumbling, uneven bars. It's got it all. Oh, romance? Don't worry about it. Yeah, let me break into this bad boy for ya. This is The Princess Bride by S. Morgenstern. And he starts telling a story. Grandpa's telling a story about the Princess Bride. In the country of Florin lives Buttercup. And Buttercup, well, she loves tormenting the farm boy, Wesley. She makes him do this and do that, always ordering him around, day and night. And all he says is, as you wish. What a turd she is. She just says, clean up that manure, Wesley, as you wish. Clean up that shovel you cleaned the manure with, Wesley, as you wish. Fetch me that water, Wesley, as you wish. Fetch me that Wesley, as you wish. And then one day, she finally freaking realized, as you wish was his words for I love you. For some reason, instead of being direct with her, he's like, okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. And she eventually realized she liked him too. Oh my gosh. And they got to liking each other. But being a brokey, he was like, I gotta go make money at the sea. Now, when he goes to the sea, well, he doesn't even make it that dang far on his sailing adventure before he's waylaid by the dread pirate Roberts and killed. The poor Wesley died at sea. Now we're getting the grandfather and grandson cut in every once in a while because the grandson is upset with the love aspects of the story and he wants the action to start. It's like, well, we got to build up to the action, buddy. We got to get through it. And since Wesley died, we're going to cut to 5 years later. Prince Humperdinck, a real dink, is going to get married. He's declared he wants to get married to a lady who used to be a commoner just like all you common assholes out here. I'm surrounded by assholes. He introduces the common folk to Buttercup, who is gorgeous. Robin Wright is gorgeous, but she is sad because Wesley has died 5 years ago. She was incredibly distraught for quite a long time. And then eventually the time passed, and now we're here 5 years later, and Prince Humperdinck has said, hey, I'm the prince, so I'm going to marry you. And she's like, I can't do anything. Cool. I guess I'll video game myself. And Prince Humperdinck's like, whoa, wait, girl, you ain't got to do that. You could just marry me. And she's like, yeah, my love's dead. I'm pretty much dead. Anyway, I guess the only thing that'll bring me joy is her daily hours-long horse rides. She rides side saddle, so no weirdness going on there. But one day when she's out riding, she comes across 3 lowly circus performers who are just looking for the nearest town. Led by Wallace Shawn, who is Vizzini, and he is amazing. I can't do his voice justice. Andre the Giant is Fezzik, he is the Giant, and Mandy Patinkin is Inigo Montoya. And they are there to kidnap the princess. Never get in an argument with a Sicilian when death is on the line. He's He's ridiculous. It's beautiful. I love it. Vizzini has told the princess that he is going to get her, because if there's no town around, then there's no one to hear you scream, princess. Put her in the boat. They get her into a boat, and they take off, and they are sailing away. Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me, and these 3 criminals and an unconscious princess on a boat through eel-infested waters. They're making good time in their boat with the princess, and Vizzini has set up the horse that she was on to have the bardings of a rider of Gilder, who is the hated enemy of Florin. He wants to start a war. Sorry, it keeps coming out of me. While they're on the boat, Inigo keeps looking back. Why do you keep doing that? Oh, I'm just doing it to make sure that no one is following us. Good. Just to know why. Why do you keep looking? Well, it is, I looked and there was someone behind us. What? Well, maybe it's just a sailor, a fisherman, out for a night cruise in eel-infested waters. They quickly try to go faster in their boat because they feel like they're being followed by somebody. And, well, it seems that somebody is following them. The dialogue throughout all these scenes is impeccable. It is wonderful. They are just playing off each other. Fezzik is a wonderful rhymer. He has almost an inbuilt timer. He constantly rhymes, but he doesn't commit crimes. He likes to fight off gangs, and oft your attention hangs on his every word. It must be heard. He likes to rhyme often. So, I can't help but soften my opinion on that humble, wonderful giant. Oh my God. Oh my God. They're inflicting the pain on Prince Humperdinck. Then they're going to inflict the pain on me. The pain is the thing that comes at the end, my friend. You get your feet cut off at the ankles, then your hands, then your eyes, and then your tongue, but your perfect ears are left, so that everybody who sees you and shrieks and runs away knows, well, you knows that they done synced you, 'cause you got them perfect ears. Yeah. As the night goes on and they are still being followed by the mysterious boat, the princess dives into the water and she's swimming. Oh, you're swimming, princess. It's almost my David Lynch impression. Ah, you're swimming, princess. In the eel-infested waters. The eels get louder right before they eat human flesh. Vizzini is scaring the princess, but he is telling the truth about these eels that are coming to get her. And as he is telling her that, the grandfather says, "You know, she doesn't die here. She doesn't get eaten by the eels." What? Well, you seem pretty nervous, so I just wanted to tell you that, it doesn't die. And the grandson says, I'm not nervous. Well, not that nervous about it. I don't, she's gonna be okay. Okay. And we get back to the story. The grandfather doesn't get exactly back to the right spot and is corrected. And we get a little of the story just playing in voiceover. And it's like, okay, he's in the water. The eel is swimming around. That's eels, princess. They're coming for you. They're coming for you, princess. She's in the water. The eel is approaching her, shrieking, shrieking. The teeth are coming closer. She's getting so close to me. All of a sudden, Fezzik hits her. The eel, not the princess. The eel's a female. The eel's a female. It's a female. It's unconscious. She gets hauled up into the boat by Fezzik. That's enough of that. Tie her up. She gets tied up, and then it doesn't matter. We're at the Cliffs of Insanity! It's crazy sheer rock cliff with a big rope hanging down. Fezzik gets a harness tied up to him, and then everybody is tied to him, and he begins to climb the mountain while being berated by Vizzini, who is incredibly disappointed in him because it's inconceivable that he's being caught by this man. I thought you were some big giant, some mythical thing. Ugh. Maybe I'll just have to get another giant. Starring Billy Crystal, My Giant, starring Billy Crystal. Get it now. That's one of the tapes that came out in the 90s that I got at the store. Don't worry about it. As they're climbing, there's no way. Only Fezzik could be strong enough to climb this. He'll have to circle around for days to find a port. And there's a masked man in black who just starts climbing right behind him. As they climb the Cliffs of Insanity, they get ever closer to the top and then finally get to the top. And Vizzini is pissed. That guy is still climbing. Cut the rope. As the rope is cut, we see it fall, and we see that the man is still there, clinging to the wall, clinging to the Cliffs of Insanity. All right. This is ridiculous. If he falls, fine. Join us when you can, Inigo. But if he gets up here, kill him and join us. Vizzini, Fezzik, and Buttercup leave. And Inigo is immediately bored with waiting. He looks down at the man and he says, well, could you hurry it up a little bit? I don't really want, it's kind of a hard sell on the whole me hurrying up thing, especially since you just said you want to kill me. Oh yeah, I'm going to kill you for sure. Oh, yeah, not excited about that. Well, how about I throw you down a rope? Yeah, but you're going to kill me when I get up there. Not right when you get up there. I don't trust you. And he's, well, I'm, on my word as a Spaniard. Sorry, I've known too many Spaniards. Nothing against you. Is there anything I could say that could make you trust me? I don't think so. How about on the soul of my father? Okay, throw down the rope. It's, like I said, it's funny writing. I'm not doing it justice by just rambling on about it at 12:30 at night. Oh my god, why am I recording so late at night? It's technically early if you think about it. When the rope was cut and the man was still hanging onto the walls, Vizzini said, "Inconceivable!" And Inigo said, "That word, you keep using it, but I do not think it means what you think it means." It's a good line. Talking about it. They're good lines. Before Inigo fights him, he tells him of the six-fingered man who killed his father. His father was one of the greatest swordsmiths in the land, and the six-fingered man had come to him and demanded a sword. And his father toiled away at it for a year, making the greatest sword ever known to man. And then the six-fingered man appeared, demanded the sword at 1/10 of its price. And when Inigo's father said no, the six-fingered man cut him down like a dog. Inigo tried to save him, but he was unable to. And the six-fingered man left him with 2 scars on his cheek. So he would always remember the day his father was slain. And he's hell-bent on getting him, but this guy doesn't have 6 fingers. After that little breather, they're ready to fight. And the fight is awesome. This is great sword combat. This is great stage combat. This is great acrobatics, athleticism, dedication to the role. These guys did great work. And the stunt performers also did great work. I'm so proud of them. But for real, it's amazing. And it's just a great scene to watch. And they're trading quips back and forth, and as things start to turn against Inigo, he's very cocky and smiling the whole time, because he knows something that you do not know. And what is that? I am not left-handed. He had wanted to duel him left-handed, because that is how he'll be able to find out. But since if he was the six-fingered man, he would be able to find out. But since he's not dueling him, the six-fingered man, it doesn't really matter. So he switches to his right hand, and he begins to dominate the fight. And the black masked man is also very cocky, because he knows something you do not know, that I am not left-handed either. Oh my god, it's an evenly matched fight. Actually, it isn't. The man in black is better than him. How is that possible? Well, I studied harder. I don't know. Listen, just because I bested you doesn't mean you have to die. No, you should kill me. No, killing you would be like destroying a stained glass window. I'm just gonna knock you out. My mama said to knock you out. Vizzini sees that the man in black has bested Inigo. So he says, you must kill him your way. What is my way? I don't know, grab a rock and hit him with it. And then Vizzini leaves with Buttercup. And Fezzik is left to say, my way is not very sportsmanlike. He's an insightful giant. He's not dumb. He thinks slowly about things. He's a thinker. He likes to ponder. As the man in black approaches with his sword drawn, a rock explodes right next to his head. And he stops. And he says, oh, hello! You're the giant. Yeah, I'm the big guy. Well, how about you put that other rock down and don't throw it against me and make the rock explode into me like you did into the other rock. That sounds good. How about barehanded? Oh, okay. So they do a barehanded fight, and it's going pretty bad for the man in black at first, but then Fezzik admits he's not used to fighting one guy at a time. He's used to fighting gangs for charity. He's a good guy. He fights gangs for charity. He cleans up the streets, apparently, somehow. I don't know. The man in black manages to get a chokehold on the big guy and knocks him out. Then he finally catches up to Vizzini, who has set up a lunch. He's got bread and cheese and two goblets and a bottle of wine. And he says, "Come no further. I will kill the princess." I can't help but try to do that voice. I'm sorry. The man in black approaches still. "You doom her by approaching further." The man in black has a request. A duel. I cannot fight you, and I cannot be matched in wit. Well, if you can't be matched in wit, then I'll duel you in wit. Perfect. Sit down. Perfect. Pour the drinks. I have a suggestion. We battle of the wits, like I said. I got this tube of powder. Do not snort it. Smell it. No snorting. Don't chalk that shit. Just a little waft. Waft it in. Ooh, I don't smell anything. Exactly. That's iocane powder, my good sir. Scentless, tasteless, totally deadly. I'm going to take it over here, put it in one of these little cups, and then the game is afoot. You'll have to decide which one is poison and which one is not poison. And he puts the poison into a cup. He does a little thing behind his back with the cups, a little and then he brings them back and sets them down. Well, there you go. Ha! Fool! And Vizzini goes off on him. Oh my God, he just tells him how wrong he is, what a fool he is. Never enter a land war in Asia, and never something, a Sicilian, when death is on the line. Like I said earlier, I screamed it earlier. And then he does the classic Looney Tunes, "What's that over there?" And it works. The man in black looks over there, and Vizzini switches the cups. Well, have you made your choice? Of course I have. Vizzini picks up his cup. Well, let's drink. Vizzini drinks. The man in black drinks. And Vizzini begins to monologue about what a fool he is because I switched the drinks. And then he drops dead. Oh my God, he dropped dead. What happened? Was he outsmarted? Nah, I spent some time building up little resistance to that iocane powder. It only makes me shit my pants. So I don't die. The man in black takes Buttercup away and reveals that he is the Dread Pirate Roberts. And she knows who the Dread Pirate Roberts is. He is the one who killed her true love. True love? What do you know of true love? I do remember your Wesley. How long did you wait before you decided to marry your prince? A day? A week? Definitely not A fortnight? Not long enough to install Fortnite. That doesn't take even that long. Few hours. You didn't even wait for the update, and you were already in Humperdinck's arms. That's not true. Seasons of Fortnite went past. I don't even know what happened with the Marvel shit. So you really liked him? Yeah. Not like you stinky turd. Dread Pirate Roberts killing people, going around being a dink. Frick. I definitely don't like you. I love Wesley. Oh, is that Humperdinck who's been tracking us the whole time? Hey, Dread Pirate Roberts, did you see him? I did. I'm looking over there right now. Well, you suck. I'm pushing you down a hill. I hope you die. As you wish. The Dread Pirate Roberts, a.k.a. Wesley, goes rolling down the hill. Ass over tea kettle. Oh no, my love. Buttercup throws herself down the hill after him. It's hilarious. They're in a little chasm. And Humperdinck is closing in. And the reveal is that Wesley was alive. And why didn't you wait for me? Well, you were dead. Death cannot stop true love. All it can do is delay it for a while. And they begin kissing. Ah, Grandpa, the kissing stuff? Okay, you're sick. I'll humor you. We'll skip to the fire swamp. The fire swamp is fucking lit. It's cool. I mean, it's literally lit on fire. Swamp, man. Swamp thing. The fire swamp. Wesley begins explaining what happened with the Dread Pirate Roberts. When his ship was attacked by the Dread Pirate Roberts, he was taken as a prisoner. At the night he was taken prisoner, the Dread Pirate Roberts said, "Well, Wesley, I've never had a valet before. I shall probably kill you in the morning. Good night." He woke up, did the things he had to do during the day, and then, at night, the Dread Pirate Roberts said, "Good night, Wesley. I should probably kill you in the morning." Did that for 3 years, until one day he became like a crew member or some shit stuff. And eventually he told him the secret. He wasn't the original Dread Pirate Roberts, and he had taken over from the previous Dread Pirate Roberts, who in fact wasn't the original Dread Pirate Roberts. And in fact, the original Dread Pirate Roberts, when this guy who was giving Wesley the name had been retired for 15 years when he had taken the name. So it's like, it's just a thing, man. It's just a corporation. You just take over. Because nobody gives a crap about the Dread Pirate Wesley, but the Dread Pirate Roberts. Now that's something to be feared. And then all of a sudden the ground explodes in a gout of fire. Holy crippity crap, why are the fire exploding? Oh my god, we're in the dang old friggin' fire swamp. Shoot. Crap. Dang, crap. There's something about the fire swamp I can't remember. I don't know, babe. Let's just keep walking. Okay, girl. Oh my goodness. So, like, we were talking about how things are kind of crazy about me being the Dread Pirate Roberts, and you got picked up by a prince. It's like, I'm gonna marry you against your will. And you're like, you're Kermit the Frog. It's like, no, I'm not Kermit. And it's really cool. And then all of a sudden, the princess got friggin' slurped up by some friggin' quicksand, but it's like super quick. Oh. Oh dang. Oh dang. Wesley dives in with a friggin' vine and he gets her out and he's like, well, look at that. We've found another thing, and I've remembered another thing about the fire swamp. There's the three terrors. Oh, yes, the three terrors. The flame spurt, the lightning sand, and, well, it's going to be fine. Aren't you forgetting the RUOSs? The rodents of unusual size? Oh, I don't think those are Wesley gets jumped by a huge rat thing, and it rolls around with him and bites him. It's terrifying and a pretty easy effect. I think it's a little person in the costume or just a puppeteer in the close-up shots. And they fight, and he gets bit, and he uses what he's learned in the swamp with the timing of the fire gouts, or the flame spurts, whatever the hell they're called, and gets the ROUS into the fire as it bursts out, and then he manages to get his sword back and stab the thing a few times until it dies, and they are able to make their way, thankfully, out of the effing swamp. And they are gonna kiss so much right now. Humperdinck is there. He's got his dickhead Ben. And Wesley's like, I will not surrender. Death before I surrender. But Buttercup thinks quickly and says, hey, how's about you don't kill him and I do the stupid marriage shit. You can still come back for me, Wesley. You don't have to die. And he's like, okay, I guess. I'm not really match for like 12 guys and a prince. And he realizes that the dang old six-fingered man is the right hand of Prince Humperdinck, Count Tyrone Rugen, played by Christopher Guest, who is a hilarious fella. He's in a bunch of movies, including This Is Spinal Tap, and I think he is the director of movies. Am I not correct? Yes, he is. You might know his works from the things like Waiting for Guffman, Almost Heroes, Best in Show, A Mighty Wind, For Your Consideration. You know, you get it? You get it? He did those movies. But Wesley is going to be escorted back to his ship by Rugen and some of his men, and as soon as the princess is gone, he was instructed by Humperdinck to take him to the Pit of Despair. And to the Pit of Despair he is taken after being knocked unconscious. And there, in the Pit of Despair, there's an albino. And he tells Wesley, when he regains consciousness, that the Count likes to torture the ever-loving crap out of people. And he's made a wonderful machine for it. Buttercup, in the meantime, is in the castle. And she is despondent. But she is willing to go through with the marriage if Humperdinck is willing to at least try and send word to Wesley, and then he can come back for me. And I can always just kill myself if I just, things get bad. Humperdinck's like, that's crazy. I don't want you to kill yourself. I want to murder you and then frame it on another country. That's crazy, girl. Please don't do that. Because I need to do that. Humperdinck's a bad guy. He doesn't say it to her, but he says it to his friend, the Count. The six-fingered Count. He says, I'm the bad guy. I did all the bad things. And he's like, yeah, I'm a friggin' bad guy. Cut to the day of Humperdinck's wedding. The king has died. Humperdinck is the king, and he has declared he will marry Buttercup today at noon. Hold on. Grandpa, that can't be true. What? What can't be true? That can't be true. No. That's not right. She doesn't marry Humperdinck. That's not fair. Oh, sometimes things in life aren't fair. Now, let me get on with the story. Oh, Grandpa, this sucks. Hey, shut up. It's not like it's gonna friggin' 100 Days of Sallow in here. Just calm down. Let me read the story. So, Buttercup is presented as the new queen. Boo! 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 Touch the mic. Boo! I touched the mic because I'm angry. Boo! She's the queen of filth, the queen of trash. I mean, these are like all really cool punk titles, but to be called that by this evil-looking hag, oh my god, she's so upset. She's being confronted. She's being forced to be married. She is married. She's the queen. JK, is a dream. She was dreaming. Her nightmares are getting worse. It's still over a week away from the wedding or something. Humperdinck demands that the Thieves' Forest is cleared out before his wedding by his kind of left in the dark henchman who is in charge of the guard and his army, I believe. During this raid, we find out that there is one holdout who is drunk but has managed to keep the men away from him. In this holdout? Well, this holdout is Inigo. He is pissed drunk. He's back to his old ways of being a drunk. And he has fought off every guard who's come to him. And now this heavy hitter with a mace has come. But he is fended off. And he says, hey, big guy, come help me with this drunk. And the big guy who comes to grab him lifts him up. The hand is as big as Inigo's head. The hand leads to the wonderful Fezzik, who is back, and he's rhyming more. So we've got fun in store. But everybody needs to stop it. I mean it. Anybody want a peanut? That's a classic line. Fezzik and Inigo are reunited, and Fezzik goes to sobering him up, which is wonderful. There's great sight gags and physical humor from everybody in this movie. At the bit of despair, Rugen has introduced himself and told Wesley about the machine he has spent half his lifetime making. It takes time off of your life. And we're just going to start with a year, and we're going to see how you're doing. And remember, I'd like you to be honest in how you feel in your statements, Because we are really trying to make this thing work, so work with us. And he puts a year on there, and he tortures him, and then he asks him how he feels about it, and he says, okay, noted. And during this time, Humperdinck was talking about getting the forest cleaned out, and Humperdinck has a confrontation with Buttercup that really pisses him off, and he's like, sure thing, no problem, no problem. Just gonna run over here to the fucking pit of despair. Hey, you know, you and that girl, you had real love, man, you know, for serious, you had like real, legit, unbreakable, legitimate love, like once in a lifetime type of thing, you know, like once in like a lifetime, which is like 50-ish years, I would say. So I'm gonna slap 50 years on this freaking machine and let it rip. Everybody hears that scream because it's the scream of someone's soul being ripped out of them, partially slammed back into them, and them kind of dying completely, sort of. Fezzik hears it. Inigo hears it. Buttercup hears it. Yo mama heard it. Sorry. Inigo knows that was the man in black. The black masked man. How do you know? I have felt pain like that. I made that same sound the day my father died. Okay, well, let's just let magic and mysticism lead us to kind of the area, I guess. Oh, hey, there's an albino with a wheelbarrow. Okay, well, knock this guy out. Hey, could you, Fezzik, jog this guy's memory. Boop. Oh, oh God, he might have brain damage. Uh-oh, whoops. Okay, I will use magic now. I'll use my sword and my father's spirit to guide me to exactly the tree I need to be at. What's this tree? Why? I'm going to lean on it because I'm sad. He leans on it, and then the tree opens up, and they are able to find Wesley, and he is dead. And Inigo says, well, I have some money. Let's put our money together. Maybe we can buy a miracle. They go to a little shack in the woods. And they knock on the door, and it's Billy friggin' Crystal. He showed up. This Fakak, the little guy, showed up. He's doing his shtick. He's saying he's Miracle Max, but he's not working. He's retired or something. And anyway, what's he gonna do? He doesn't have any want, and he doesn't want for anything. He with Humperdinck in charge. Oof. I hate that guy. Hey, we're trying to stop Humperdinck from forcefully marrying a woman. Okay, that's a pretty good cause, I'm not gonna lie, but oof. I mean, who's this guy? Who's this guy? You owe him money? He owes you money or something? I don't even, who cares? He'd have to be like True Love or something. It is for True Love. Okay, let's see what this guy. And he gives Wesley a little schmack-a-dack-a booga-booga-doo-doo-doo-doo, and he pushes on him, forces air out, and Wesley says, True love. Ugh, he didn't say true love. Liar! 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 His wife comes in, and it's Carol Kane. She is great. She calls him a liar. He did say true love. And what better reason to help than true love and to Hector friggin' Humperdinck. Let's Hector Humperdinck. Get him. So he makes a little chocolate-covered pill that, once ingested, 15 minutes later will take effect, and he'll start to not be mostly dead, and he'll start to mostly be alive. Because mostly dead is still kind of alive. Totally dead is dead. So they're dragging his corpse around for a while. His living corpse. It's gaining a little freshness, and they are trying to plan the raid on the guardhouse to get into the wedding. They are planning an attack on the main gate because they want to get into the wedding, and they need the expertise of the man in black. And as he begins to gain consciousness, he wants to attack, but he can't. Why can't he attack? Well, you were mostly dead for a while, and you're regaining your faculties, so it'll take some time. Okay, well, in the meantime, why did you make me mostly alive now? Well, we need your help. Oh, you need my help planning something? Well, let me see. And they show him where they are and tell him what they have. He's like, well, if we only had a wheelbarrow. Oh, we have a wheelbarrow. You should have said that. That changes everything. And we just need, I think they call it a Holocaust cloak. I don't know why it's called that. I'm sure there's probably some sort of meaning or definition from it. But it's just a big dang old cloak. And Andre the Giant, of course, has one. He got it from Miracle Max because it fit him. And we cut to a little while later. It is night, and the guard has been doubled or tripled or thrupled. And Fezzik is on the cart, covered in the cloak, and he is talking about the Dwed Pilot Wobots. His delivery sounds much like the silly clergyman who is forcefully marrying the couple. Marriage. He is also in Spaceballs. Very funny guy. Fun guy. Funny. Fezzik is being pushed forward by Inigo and Wesley, who is limply hung off Inigo's back. It is great physical humor. Mandy Patinkin, Carrie Elwes did some great work together. They light the cloak that Fezzik is wearing on fire, and nearly every single guard except the captain runs off. And he is confronted by Inigo with his sword, and he says, I want that freaking key. And he's like, I don't have a key. And then he shoves the sword right near him, and he's like, oh, you mean this key? Here you go. Sorry. We go inside, and Count Rugen is there with men. He says, get them. Kill the Spaniard. Leave the limp one alone. I want him alive. And kill the tall one too. Inigo kills the guys immediately and says, hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. And Rugen takes a second, looks him dead in the eyes, and runs the F away. Fezzik is left holding Wesley as Inigo runs off after the six-fingered man. Fezzik sets Wesley down after a second when the six-fingered man goes through a door, locks it, effectively blocking his path from Inigo. And Inigo calls out for help. So Fezzik sets Wesley down and goes to help break down the door, which takes him a mere second. But in that time, Wesley has disappeared, and then Inigo is gone. And they are separated so quickly. They're barely in the castle. That's what I had to say about this movie. This movie clips along. It goes so quickly. It's so good. and we're with Inigo downstairs. He's chased the six-fingered man to a ballroom, and oh God! Oh, he catches a dagger in the gut. Damn, the six-fingered man, he's sneaky like that. And the six-fingered man approaches. You're the Spanish brat I taught a lesson to all those years ago. You came back just to die like this. If that isn't the saddest thing I've ever heard. Christopher Guest gets to be a despicable bad guy. It is awesome. He gets to chew the scenery, look at it and say, I like the scenery. It's yummy. And while he is going off about how evil he is, Inigo manages to pull the dagger out. Wow, you pulled the dagger out. Good for you. Now you're going to die sooner? Rugen approaches, goes to finish him off, and gets deflected, but still stabs him in the arm. And he attempts it again, and gets deflected, and still stabs him in the arm. Rugen, undeterred by landing 2 strikes that could have killed, but only wounded, comes in for another attack. But Inigo jumps up, parries, attacks, and keeps repeating, Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. No, says the six-fingered man. Offer me money. Yes, power too. Promise me that. All that I have, and more. Please, offer me everything I ask for. Anything you want. I want my father back, you son of a bitch. Inigo kills the six-fingered man. It's so good. Shouldn't listen to me stammer about it. Well, you should listen to me stammer about it because you've already seen this and you should be excited and giddy about it. The six-fingered man dies like a dog. It's great. But where the hell is Wesley? We have Buttercup, suddenly. She is escaping. She's in her room. She has a dagger. She's talking about how she will dive the dagger into her breast. Well, in a world as crappy as this, there's not that many perfect breasts. And yours, Buttercup, they are butter up. Sorry, I'm not the rhyming one. I'm Wesley. Oh, Wesley, oh, you're here. Yay. She gets very excited to see him, and he's like, gentle, what do you mean? And he gets his head hit on the headboard, and she kind of figures out he can't move that much, and then Humperdinck comes in, and Wesley says, hold it there, mister. Don't move an inch. Why not? 'Cause I'm gonna kill you. Oh, you're gonna kill me? No, I'm not gonna kill you. You're going to suffer the pain. The pain? I'm not familiar with that phrase. Oh, you're not familiar with it? Let me explain it to you. And Wesley explains the pain, which is cutting off the feet, then the hands, then the tongue, then the eyes. Oh, and then I guess the ears. No, not the ears, because yours is a fate worse than that. Your horrible gibbering mass will make everybody freak the frick out, and they'll be like, oh my God, that guy's a freaking frick, and I'm freaked the frick out about him being such a freaky frick. He's scary. Oh, yeah. And I want your perfect ears to hear everybody say that. That's kind of creepy, guy. Yeah. And you may think I don't have the energy to get up right now, but I actually do. And I've been fucking with you the whole time. I could stand up at any point, and I can lift my sword up. Like right now, when I lift my sword up and say, drop your sword. Okay. Have a seat. Sure thing. And Humperdinck sits right down, and Wesley says, tie him up. You can do it tightly, too. And then Inigo joins them. Oh, you're standing. Yeah, how about that? Whoa! Wesley kind of nearly faints, falls over. Wait, why is he so weak? Girl, he was dead, like mostly dead for a while, just a bit ago. Oh, shit, I didn't know that. Yeah. Wait, where's Fezzik? I don't know. Hey, you guys! I just found 4 white horses. Damn, that's cool as hell, Fezzik. Yeah, how about y'all? How about the window? Hey, princess, you want to do it in slow motion? You're already jumping down here in slow mo. He catches her. She fell in slow motion. Did you hear that? It was slow motion. Everybody else just jumps. Inigo's a little bummed. Vengeance is cool, but he's been after it for so long. He's like, I don't know what to do. Wes is like, hey, Dread Pirate, that shit's lit. They take off into the hills or whatever. And Wesley and Buttercup, well, you don't want to hear about that, grandson. Yes, I do. Tell me about that shit. All right. There was a lot of kisses in history, and this blew them the F out the water. This is the kiss of kisses, the kiss of all times. This is the best freaking kiss ever. After that, the grandson says to the grandfather, you know, you can come over again and tell me that story. I kind of liked it. All right, I think I will. Hey, and Grandpa, one more thing. Yeah, Columbo gets one more thing. That's kind of Columbo's thing. This is a great movie. I highly recommend it. I just talked about it for freaking ever. You listened to it. You obviously liked it. I hope you liked it, because if you listened to it and you didn't like it, that's silly. Why would you do that? Nah, you like the movie. Go watch it. You can find it all over the place. Get it online if you can. I think it's on some sort of subscription or for free somewhere maybe. But you can also get it from your local library. You can go online through whatever service you use, and you can put a hold on it, and you can go and you can get it, and you can maybe get it transferred to your library and get it. Use your local libraries. They're great. They're a great source. Well, they're still there, maybe. I don't know. Because where I'm from, there's video stores, and it's the 90s, and I've made it so it's always the 90s. Don't worry about it. Anyway, visit us at thevideoage.com. You can join our Patreon, where you get access to extra episodes and early access to the main feed episodes as they're coming up. Speaking of which, if you were a Patreon member, you would have heard this before it hit the main feed. And you will also hear Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which is next week's episode, from 2005, directed by Doug Liman. And Simon Kinberg is the writer. I just had this up. Okay, so next week, Mr. and Mrs. Smith from 2005. This week, we covered The Princess Bride. It's one of my favorites. Really, really like it. Strongly recommend you watch it. I don't have many more plugs. I'm just, I'm gonna go to the premiere of Mr. and Mrs. Smith in 2005 with my time machine.